My name's John Booth and I'm the Head of Sustainability and Performance here at AV Dawson. After a lot of discussions to determine how to reduce the emissions of the business, our transport team accounts for about 84% of all of our Scope 1 emissions across the group, which is huge. So that led to the conversation with VEV and the electric trucks. VEV have been instrumental in doing all of the analysis, and we gave them access to some payload data from our actual trucks and telemetry data. And they've then been able to work out whether a truck would be viable or not, which routes it would be able to drop onto. And then we've came to the pilot now, and the whole purpose being that we can put that theory into practice.
So throughout this pilot, what we will do with AV Dawson is we will review the routes both in real time at the end of each day and share an initial perspective on how that vehicle has performed on that route. We will then compare how that vehicle can complete that route compared to the other routes that it's done, and the same runs of that route that is done previously to look at efficiency upticks during the pilot. The other thing this will let me do is it will let me analyse each route and determine the exact amount of carbon emissions that can be removed by operating that route as an electric vehicle, and then let us demonstrate that value to AV Dawson's end customer and start proving real net zero delivery routes across their operations.
Our customers are really, really excited that we're doing this and carrying out this trial. There's been various telephone calls already asking when the trial is going to be taking place and what their part in the trial can be. And they're really pleasantly surprised that we are taking the lead on it. Not many other people are. I do think one of the challenges with some customers will be payload, but I think there may need to be a huge change in mindset to be able to cross that bridge with the customers.
So my expectation is that we manage to address the concerns and scepticisms from the team at AV Dawson. I think if we come away from it and it's proven to actually work, and it hasn't caused any operational headaches, it hasn't broke down, it hasn't left someone stranded somewhere, then I think that would be a real win. And personally, I'm really interested to hear the journey from what the drivers think and the staff think going into the trial versus to what they think at the end of the trial, having driven it for a period of time.
I'd like to see it, the distance we get off it, you know, doing the work we do, heavy loads and things like that. I mean, I think that's going to burn some electric out of it. But yeah, I think I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a nice little piece of equipment. So we'll see how the week goes with the loads on.
All things considered, it seems to have been a resounding success. There was a healthy degree of scepticism when we first started from some of the drivers and the transport team about whether the truck could do the distance it needed to, whether we could manage the payloads, because we typically carry heavy loads.
The truck's better than what you could ever imagine. It's a driver's truck. You press the accelerator and it just cruises up to speed. Very, very relaxing day driving it, so really impressed.
They've been fantastic. They've been an absolute pleasure to work with.
They've issued us with daily updates. They've given us updates on the efficiency, how far the truck's travelled. They've been engaged with the transport team right the way through, which has been brilliant. The next step from here is we'll sit down with VEV and we'll look through the report, which will finalise all of the information they've gathered. We can look at it and see, can we make this work for our business? Will it work? Is it commercially viable for us to do so and introduce some electric vehicles into our fleet?
I'm really excited to see the results. Great for me to share that information with our customers, which are chomping at the bit to get an update from me to see how it went.
By trialling it, we've managed to get the more sceptical drivers on board. We've managed to convince the transport team who were unsure as to whether or not they would work. We've seen the reaction firsthand from our customers. It's a definite, to be honest, and I think a pilot, a trial, definitely the way forward to really be able to assess whether it works for you or not.